And we are back for some more custom track showcase. The first track of this video is Canyon Run, but before we get started, I like to say on the first custom track showcase, you guys did an incredible job. Over 800 likes. If we could do that again, that would be insane. So if you want to see custom track showcase every Friday, give this video a like. And I'm also adding a straw poll to the description. I added it to the first one a couple days late, so it didn't get as many views because not as many people saw it. But we still had over 100 votes, and it turned out Color Wonderland was the favorite track for the first one. And it was a very close vote though, so that could honestly change any day. I wouldn't be surprised by the next time I look at it some other track is in first place. And anyway, check the description of this video and you can vote on your favorite track from this video, and I'll read out which one got the most votes on the next custom track showcase. So here we go, Canyon Run. As you can see, it's like an autumn desert like theme track. We have pokies, we have these very interesting looking buildings. They don't even look like they're on this planet. It looks like it's like Tatooine from Star Wars or something like that. And it's a very, very bumpy track, so it's not uncommon for you to just bounce over the boost panels because they're like really skinny boost panels. But overall, it's got an awesome layout. It's probably completely unique from, I'd say it's completely unique from every other custom track in the CTGP. And the only other, I think the only problem I have is some of these uphill sections, like the one we just passed, would benefit from some sticky road. But overall, very nice track. And now we are going to go to a retro track, which is N64 Frappe Snowland. I'm sure if you guys played N64, you'd remember it, or even the DS version, because this track actually made a reappearance on Mario Kart DS. And as you can see in this video, this track looks identical to how it did in the previous two iterations that it was in. Now, the creator didn't add anything extra to it, but I'd say it was a flawless remake, and the track plays very, very nicely. As you can see, driving on this track is super silky smooth, and even the snowmen, you can star them and they fly up just like they would if Nintendo created this track. So it just plays very nicely. You can even hop over all the hills like you could in the DS version with mushrooms, and you can make pretty cool shortcuts out of those. So here we go. If anybody's played the old version of Frappe Snowland on Mario Kart Wii, that section right there used to have bomb cars instead of snowmen. It was insane. So it was just like a ton of miniature bomb cars, so if someone could like throw a green shell back and just explode all of them, it was crazy. So this section right here, it's very bland, but that's how it was in the original. The N64 version of the game, just the tracks in general, it was like the first 3D Mario Kart, so the tracks had more bland layouts, but they're still good tracks, and N64 Frappe Snowland is still one of my favorites for the retro remakes. Now, Candy Mountains, you guys might have seen this one one other time, very briefly. It was in my custom track expert shortcuts number 3 video. I demonstrated a couple shortcuts from this track because it hadn't been released in CTGP yet, but it was already made. So this track's actually from 2013, believe it or not. Or actually, I believe it was 2014 first quarter, so a little over a year since it came out. Now, as you might notice if you've seen the movie, this track is actually based on the Sugar Rush world from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. You can probably tell from the billboards on the side, or just the theming in general. This track has, I'd say, some of the best theming of any custom track in CTGP, and just the overall background of the track really takes you into the world of it, makes it unique from other tracks, and definitely one of my favorites because of that. And another reason I really like it is because it has sticky road, and as you can see right there, I got tons of these really cool low tricks and just everywhere. Anytime there's like a decline or incline, you could spam your trick pad and you could sometimes get a trick, which is really cool. So that's a very awesome track, and we're gonna conclude the video with GBA Bowser Castle 2. Right now the camera angles for this track are kind of wonky for the beginning, but don't let that fool you. It's an incredibly made track and definitely one of the best GBA remakes. It was also a track in Mario Kart DS, so you might recognize it from there. Yeah, so Mario Kart was weird. They did Mario Kart DS had GBA Bowser Castle 2, Mario Kart Wii had GBA Bowser Castle 3, Mario Kart 7, the next version, had GBA Bowser Castle 1, and then for Mario Kart 8, you're thinking, oh, they're definitely going to put in GBA Bowser Castle 4, because that just seems to be what they're doing here. But they didn't. GBA Bowser Castle 4 never got used. So, anyway, these ramps right here, you could actually do low tricks on, just like you could in Mario Kart Wii with the Bowser Castle 3. And even though they're shaped a little bit differently, they still function the same way. You just have to get used to the timing. But as you can see, it's a very, very nice looking port. And he kind of used similar theming to how GBA Bowser Castle 1 was themed, with having like the broken pillars on the sides like in Mario Kart 7, which I think is very cool. Okay guys, that's it for our second custom track showcase. Once again, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll tell you right now, it's a little announcement. I'm actually working on a custom track expert shortcut number 4 video. It's going to be fantastic. It's one reason why I don't spoil the shortcuts on these tracks, because we're saving them for that video. But look forward to that in the near future, and thanks for watching as always.